So let's get to the message. So I've been sensing a lot of frustration and restlessness within the soul cluster, okay? A lot of you are in this energy. You may have woke up feeling like this. You may have woke up feeling like things are not necessarily going your way. Why are you still in the same situations? Why are things not going smooth sailing like you would want them to? Things of that nature. And Spirit is coming through with a message of saying that for some of you, you've done nothing wrong, because a lot of you are asking yourselves, have I done something wrong? Is there something that I'm not doing? Am I not following the path correctly? Things like that. And what they want to give you accolades for is keeping up constant communication with them throughout the times that you are feeling the way that you are feeling. When you're positive, you're still communicating with them. When you're feeling negative, you're still communicating with them. But they want to emphasize that you have done absolutely nothing wrong. You just have to understand that when it comes to certain things manifesting and coming into fruition in your life, there is a certain momentum that has to build up before that thing can come in and be provided for you, okay? And you have to remember that we do live in a world, or in this particular reality, of duality. So there is light and dark, there is good and bad, there is up, there is down, yin, yang. There's all of these components. So sometimes there are negative projections that are being and have been thrown your way. And what Spirit is advising you to do is they want you to transmute this energy. They can understand that you're in a space where you are tired, you are fed up. Some of you, I'm hearing, you don't know where your next meal is coming from. Some of you, there's something about a car here. Some of you have either had your car towed or repossessed because you haven't been able to pay the bill for it. Some of you have had like a tire that's popped, or for you to replace the tire or the wheel, or something about that on a car or a truck is expensive. Some type of machinery that you use for work has gone kaput and you don't know where you're going to find the finances to fix it. There's just a lot going on, and right now I'm being swarmed by a bunch of different flies, right? But the sun's coming out, so that shows me that you are this bright light, but you do have some of these negative projections that are trying to bring you down, okay? Because right now I'm seeing like the sky is grey. It's just grey, but there is this aspect of the sun coming out. Let me see if I can. So it's grey there, but the sun's coming out over there, okay? So you are in sort of like this energetic sort of, I want to say battlefield, but it's not like a full-on battle where it's your army versus another army. It's more so that you are this bright light that can't be taken down, but there are negative projections that are still trying to get you down, okay? And this is why Spirit is saying they want you to transmute this energy. They want you to be in a space of understanding that you have the power to change and control the emotions that come into your auric and energetic field, okay? So if you are feeling negative, because we live in a world of duality, you do have the option to turn that negativity into positivity, as hard as it can be, because I know how hard it can be, okay? So a lot of you, Spirit is prompting you can do things like exercising, working out, for instance, even running, because I've had a few people that have literally just jogged past me now. So you could be someone who runs, you could be someone who jogs, or this is something you've been wanting to get into, and if that's the case, this is your sign to do so, okay? You could be someone who is a painter, you could be someone who is an artist, you could be a dancer, you could be working in construction. There's all of these options for you where you can transmute this energy. So be in a space of, okay, if you're feeling pissed off, I want you, and you exercise, I want you to go and do a killer workout. If you are someone who is a dancer, I want you to come up with the best choreography that you've ever done for a dance routine yet. If you're a painter, I want you to paint like your life depends on it, and this painting is selling for millions. If you are someone who is, I just heard architect, I need you to come up with the floor plan for the most beautiful building that you are yet to see, that you haven't seen yet in this reality. It's really up to you to be able to work with certain parts of your subconscious and to remove them. The flies are coming in even more now, like what the hell. Okay. But Spirit's saying it's also the light that I have around me that's attracting them too. Okay. Okay, so what's happening here is that the more that you transmute this energy, the brighter your light is going to become. And that's what's going to be drawing these things to you that you feel that you're not experiencing right now in this reality. Okay, there is so much that you are here to do. There is so much you can offer that people are going to benefit from. And you just have to be in a space of knowing that, as difficult as it may be, you can get through at any given time. There is nothing standing in your way apart from you. And when things get a little bit too tough, it's okay to delegate. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to call on some assistance if things just feel like it's just too much. And sometimes this doesn't have to necessarily just be physical help. This can be energetic help as well. Your guides are there at your beck and call. All you need to do is give them permission and they will come and help. Okay. But you do have many different resources. May not necessarily be financial in the way that you want them, or I'm hearing for some of you, you could really do, if you're single, you could really do with having your mate at this particular time and someone to share that load with. And I'm hearing Spirit say that that's been something that's been bothering you of recently, because you want someone to share this life with and share this experience with, and they're coming in. But at this particular time, Spirit wants you to be in this space of loving yourself as deeply and as much as you possibly can before this next person comes in to love you as deeply as they possibly can. Because the deeper that you love yourself, that is showing the other person the depths of your love and the respect that you have for yourself, and they have to meet you there. Okay? So your job is to love yourself as deeply, entirely, wholly as you possibly can, in every single way. Romance your life as if your partner is already there. And for those of you that are in relationships and you feel like you're not getting the romance or the love that you want, it's time for you to start having those honest and raw conversations with your partner. And I'm even hearing friends in your life of what you want and what you kind of expect from them, or what you are wanting to expect from them, especially if you are someone who has constantly been giving over to these people in your life and feeling like you're not getting things back. You are a natural light, okay? So you are going to attract in a lot of people, and you need to also be able to differentiate between who is actually your friends, who actually have your back, who actually are there at, your beck and call when you need them, and who are not. Because I feel like for some of you, you've been in this dark place, and maybe for some of you, you've been trying to communicate with the people in your life about what's going on and how you feel and things of that nature, and you're finding like there's this push and pull when it comes to conversations with particular individuals in your life, okay? And you're not necessarily getting the response or the care or the attention or the TLC that you expect from the friendship, and you've been noticing this for a while. It's time to get real. It's time to really allow yourself to be like, okay, there's something has shifted in this friendship, something has shifted in this relationship, and we need to deal with it. We need to deal with it head on, okay? Something about a building. Some of you could be living together, and maybe there's a form of differences when it comes to like where you want to live or how you want to live, or even countries that you want to live in, okay? Or it's a call for you to move out for some of you, all right? Some of you have a boat home, or you're wanting to own a boat home, or something about a yacht here as well, okay? Or you travel on the boats for work, or you work on the boats as some form of work, but something's just not working here, okay? For those of you that are in relationships, there is a time for you to just be in a space of allowing what needs to fall from your life to fall. And for some of you, I'm seeing that you are clinging on to things, and this is a subconscious as well. You're clinging on to things that are not working anymore, thinking that eventually it will. It's like okay, this is the analogy they're using. It's like buying a particular fruit that you know is good for you, or a particular vegetable that you know is good for you, but you know that you don't like that vegetable, but you're choosing to buy it because of the health benefits, but you don't necessarily like it. And then you end up getting it knowing that, oh yeah, you're supposed to use it eventually, or you have in your mind that you're going to use it eventually. But every time you go in the fridge, you're picking a different item and you're not actually having that thing that you know is going to benefit you. And then eventually it goes off and then you can't use it. But on the back end of that, you've wasted money and you've telling yourself you're going to have that vegetable or that fruit, but you don't have it. It's kind of like that. You're holding on to it thinking that eventually it'll benefit you, but it's not actually going to benefit you, and you just need to leave it alone, and that there are other things that you actually do like that can give you the same benefits. Does that make sense? So it's okay to feel frustrated. It's okay to feel like things are not going the way that you want them to. But remember, you are alive. And sometimes the simple thought of the fact that someone is going through something that is way worse than what you are going through can sometimes help. It doesn't take away from your struggle or what you're experiencing or anything like that. It doesn't take away from that, right? But what it does is it does show you that you are not the only one who is experiencing a lot of these misfortunes, if you will, or these situations that have you feeling that you can't move or that you're tied down. And a lot of you are in this place where you feel alone as well. There's this level of loneliness, like you don't feel like you do have anyone physical to run to, like you are doing it by yourself. And some of you are experiencing, and I've been there, you feel lonely even though you do have people that are around you. But the message is that you're not alone. It's just your perception, because you think that what you're going through right now no one else is experiencing. Well, there's probably 1,000 other people, not just where you're situated, but around the globe, who's going through something similar to you, or maybe even a little bit worse. Okay? And I'm not saying that to say that your situation is any less than anyone else's, but it's just to put things into perspective that everything that we go through is of a temporary nature. Okay? I'm seeing a plane right now, so that's significant for me. So there's something about you moving from one state of emotion to another, and that's going to be through movement. Like I said, that's going to be through that aspect and the gift of alchemy. Okay? I'm also seeing a police boat, so there could be something here about a court case or something to do with the police as well. Something's been broken, or you could have had a home that was broken into you, and that's kind of set you back, and that's where all these emotions are coming from. Or this could be an ongoing thing with the police or some type of authority. Okay, it could be like if it's not the police station, like I said, court case, or I'm also hearing lawyer fees. It's an ongoing thing, but I do feel like that's going to slow down. And I say that as the police boat slows down. I do feel like that is going to slow down, or that is going to resolve itself really, really soon. But in every given situation that you're in, always ask yourself, okay, what is this teaching me right now? Or what is this showing me right now? What is this reflecting to me right now? And some of you are really needing to put your emotions on paper, put pen to paper. Yeah, put pen to paper and actually read it back to yourself. Because sometimes we have all these thoughts, and we have so many thoughts, like thousands of thoughts every single day. We're not actually pinpointing what the actual problem is that we are constantly feeling like this, especially if you've been in this rut for some time, okay? And because some of you are ending certain cycles, like I said in the last video, I did say you are ending like a 19-year ancestral cycle, which was full of tough lessons. Tough lessons, okay? You're now in this space where you're coming to the end of it, or you're out of the end of it, but again, there's this momentum that needs to come into place before things really start to spark. I'm seeing like fireworks, okay? And you just need to just breathe, okay? For some of you, breath work is going to be your best friend right now. And for some of you, you can feel the changes in the air, right? You can feel things are shifting slightly. However, physically you just can't see it. But Spirit is saying that that should not be your focal point for whether things are working out or not. The true essence of what is working is how you feel on the inside. And if you're not feeling that great on the inside, that means you are not in agreement with Source, because your reflection of what's happening on the outside is what's clouding and accumulating these emotions that you're having on the inside. When you go into a state of meditation, right, you're probably bombarded with all of these thoughts. But the more that you start to do it, you realize that you become an observer of these thoughts. And outside of the thoughts, there is just the observer. And the observer is still. The observer is silent. The observer is just allowing itself to see and be all, but it's not consuming. It's just there. Okay? That's what Spirit needs you to get back to. Okay? Remember that you're experiencing these things, but these things are not necessarily you. Okay? So I hope that this helps. Just remember, you are loved entirely. You are not alone. Okay? You are cared for. You are looked after. Things are always working out for you. And major things are going to start happening in your life. For some of you, you may get a compliment today that's going to spark your day. Someone may smile at you. You may receive some type of good news today as well. Maybe later on in the evening, or you get a phone call, someone having the good news. Someone may be calling you to let you know that they're pregnant, or a baby's been born. Some of you could be being surprised with a cruise for some type of celebration. It could be an anniversary, a birthday is also what I'm getting. Okay. I'm hearing Portsmouth could be significant as well. I heard Smith's Island. Okay. Smith's, a Smith, the name could be significant too. Okay. Cameron and Carmen are another names that I'm getting. Okay. But yeah, just know that everything is working out for you, and that right now you can do something about how you are feeling. And if you feel not to do anything about it right now, and you just need to rest and just be in a space of being like, I need to feel this, I just need to chill out, that is okay too. There is no wrong decision here. But just remember, you are the light. You can shine as brightly, or you can dim down as much as you want, but you are the light. So you get to choose in what direction you shine your light. You get to choose how to transmute things. You get to choose. Okay? So I'm sending you loads of love and blessings, my sugar plums, and I will see you guys in the next video as a fly just lands on my phone. Mwah.